Hosted by Matt Riches. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers. Turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickers. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers. Turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickers. Watch the market unfold. Grand Rising, Joyous Awakenings. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. It is Monday, August 24th, 2026. Happy Monday. The market is beginning a major catalyst week with a cautious pre-market setup. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is expected to announce new economic sanctions against Iran. We'll get to that a little bit later. The major indices sold off overnight but have been recovering from their pre-market lows. We'll talk about the VIX. Before we get into all that, let's get into the mindset with our mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I'm the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's check out some data. So yes, Scott Bessent will be talking at 11 a.m. He is expected to announce additional economic sanctions against Iran because the announcement could affect geopolitical expectations, oil prices, treasury yields, and overall risk sentiment. I expect the potential for increased volatility around that time, and probably low volume before we get there. Okay, what else do we got? The U.S. and Canada are entering a deeper trade dispute after negotiations collapsed on Friday. The United States implemented 50% tariffs on approximately $20 billion of Canadian goods. Canadian Prime Minister announced that Canada will respond with a targeted dollar-for-dollar retaliatory tariffs beginning September 8th. The dispute could affect cross-border supply chains, commodity prices, manufacturing costs, inflation expectations, and the Canadian dollar. The market is also preparing for Nvidia earnings on Wednesday after the closing bell. Nvidia's results and guidance could influence semiconductor stocks, artificial intelligence companies, and the broader market as a whole. Federal Reserve Chairman is also scheduled to speak at Jackson Hole Symposium on Friday. Investors will be listening for clues about monetary policy as oil prices and long-term treasury yields remain elevated. The Fear and Greed Index is at 55. That places sentiment at the upper edge of neutral, right below greed. The VIX gapped up over the weekend. It's currently 15.87. The 10-year Treasury yield note gapped down slightly. Is now 4.71%. Gold is trading at $4,656 an ounce, near a 3-month high. Bitcoin is at $78,600. Ethereum is almost at $2,500. Oil is pulling back while Brent crude is trading around $85 a barrel. All right. Yeah, so let's get into these chart so I can give you these support and resistance levels for today. Starting out with Nvidia, currently in a pre-market at 215.39. To the downside, we got the low of Friday, which is 214.50. Then we have this gap here. The gap did get filled in the pre-market, but that doesn't count. So our pre-market low is going to be 212.85. And then 211, and then 209.95. And then we have a gap that starts at 209.10 and goes to 208.75. To the upside, we have the pre-market high, 215.50, 217, 218.75, 219, 220.65. Next, we got Apple currently in the pre-market at 310.73. To the downside, we got the pre-market low, which is 309.05, 307, 305.75, 302.95. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 310.80, followed by 312.40, 315.95, 317.65, 320.25. Next, we got Google currently in the pre-market at 343.54. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 342, followed by 341.60, 340.40, and then the top of this gap at 338.55. The gap goes all the way to 336.50. To the upside, we got the pre-market high at 344.35, followed by 346.20, 347.25, 348.50, 350.45. Next, we got Microsoft currently in the pre-market at 482.50. To the downside, we got the pre-market low 482.40, followed by 480.70, 478.55, 477.15. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 484.77, 486.35, 489.10, and 492.65. Next, we got Amazon currently in the pre-market at 258.97. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 257.34. And then the top of this gap here at 257.05. It's a huge gap, so I have some levels inside the gap. Let's start with 252.90, 248.45, which is the midway point of the gap, 242.45, and then the bottom of the gap at 239.80. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 259.90, followed by 260.85, 263.85, 266.40, and 269.60. Next, we got TSM currently in the pre-market at 416.68. To the downside, we got 413.60, 412.09, which is the pre-market low, 411.05, 407.70. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 418, followed by 420.60, and then we got a gap. The bottom of the gap is 425.70. The top of the gap is 426.80. If we get above that, we can go to 429.40 and 433.20. Next, we got AVGO currently in the pre-market at 364.50. To the downside, we got the pre-market low, 362.90, 362.25, 357.80. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 366.53, 369.60. And then we got the bottom of this gap here at 375.10. Next, we got Tesla currently in the pre-market at 362.23. To the downside, we got the pre-market low, 359.28, followed by 358.40, 355.25, 352.70, 346.90. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 362.77, 366.50, which is the bottom of the gap. Inside the gap, we do have a level at 368.60. That gap will be filled once we get to 373. Next, we got Meta currently in the pre-market at 550.50. To the downside, we got the pre-market low of 548.92, 547.95, 543.25, 537.25. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 552.34, 553.85, 555.30, and then the bottom of this gap that starts at 560.60 and goes all the way to 564.70. Next, we got SpaceX currently in the pre-market at 133.69. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 133.33. Then 130.120, 130.40, and 127.60. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 134.90, and then 137.35, 137.90. Next, we got Berkshire B currently in the pre-market at 498.17. To the downside, we got the pre-market low of 497.60, followed by 496.35 and 495.70. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 499, followed by 499.60 and 501. Next, we got Eli Lilly currently in the pre-market. It's pushing pre-market lows, which is 1,255. Underneath that, we got 1,243 and then 1,230. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 1,264, followed by 1,271, 1,280, and then an all-time high. Next, we got MU currently in the pre-market at 935. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 928, followed by 919.80. And 915.20 and then 906.50. To the upside, we got the pre-market high at 942.52, 946.80, 958.25, and then 970. Next, we got SPY currently in the pre-market at 764.50. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 763.07, 762.05. And then we got the top of this gap at 760.50. That goes all the way to 758.60. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 767.15, followed by 767.85, 768.15, 770.55, 772.45. Next, we got QQQ currently in the pre-market at 709.24. To the downside, we got 708.50. We got the top of this gap here at 707.55. And then we got the pre-market low at 706.82. The midway point of the gap is 704.60. The bottom of the gap is 701.60. To the upside, we got the pre-market high 710.80, followed by 712.50, and then 715.65. Next, we got IWM currently in the pre-market at 299.72. To the downside, we got the pre-market low at 299.15. Underneath that, 298.15, 297.05, which is the top of the gap. The gap goes to 296.65. To the upside, we got the pre-market high at $300.20. And then we got the bottom of the gap at $300.30. The midway point of the gap is $300.75. The top of the gap is $301.25. Let's get this money out the market, y'all.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
We're going to end the show with this song I made using Suno.
$1 trillion tickets, precincts. They said we wouldn't be investors or build wealth through the market. We decided to build our own dreams, our own future, our own legacy. I am the dream, first to break them chains, building an empire, legacy reign. Wall Street's changing faces, take a look, it's us. Architect of my legacy, built on faith and trust. I am the dream, first to break them chains, building an empire, legacy reign. Wall Street's changing faces, take a look, it's us. Architect of my legacy, built on faith and trust. Yeah. From dreams to reality, we forged our own path. Broke the chains of doubt, now the future's our craft. Trust in the future, it's all in our hands. From humble beginners, now we're drawing the plans. First generation stock investor, knowledge through the roof. Blueprints in my pocket, built my fam's true foundation. Rock solid, laid those bricks with finesse. Certified Wall Street trapper, every move like chess. First to break them chains, building an empire, legacy reign. Wall Street's changing faces, take a look, it's us. Architect of my legacy, built on faith and trust. I am the dream, first to break them chains, building an empire, legacy reign. Wall Street's changing faces, take a look, it's us. Architect of my legacy, built on faith and trust. As we're dreamers, now royalty in our domain, creating our destiny, every step we claim. From the darkness we rose to the light we aspire, building our future fueled by purpose and fire. From 9 to 5 the stocks made the money flip. Wall Street look like us now, got a firm grip. Financial architects designing our own legacies. Freedom is our lane, now rewriting recipes. Stock charts and book smarts mingling in my mind, balancing equations, futures intertwined. Generation, no wealth, no flip. fleeting flicker. Legacy carved in stone, forever remembered. I am the dream, first to break them chains, building it empire. Legacy reign, Wall Street's changing faces. Take a look, it's us. Architect of my legacy, built on faith and trust. I am the dream, first to break them chains, building it empire. Legacy reign, Wall Street's changing faces. Take a look, it's us. Architect of my legacy, built on faith and trust. Built more than just wealth, we built a foundation. Now every generation built for elevation. From the first investment to the family tree, architect of my legacy. That's destiny. Matt Riches, peace, blessings, financial freedom.